Alright. Here we are. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Okay. There we go. Fix that. Okay. YouTube has crashed on me 2 times in the last 3 minutes. So I'm hoping this is live. And if not, this will be kind of upsetting. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, yeah. We got stuff. We got stuff. We got updates. We have that vent dragged up there, so we're actually fully insulated inside here. So if there's a storm, it doesn't matter. I don't have to have my helmet on, which is pretty nice. Same thing with the temperatures. I have put a new back on the Lifter Mite. It's shaped slightly differently, so it's got a little bit more impact resistance in case it gets flipped again. We have a new Corral made out of shiny gold. Don't chip the paint. But it's got all the stuff, so all the stuff that was over there is now over here and sorted. Minus, you know, one of the large batteries that had to go in the Lifter Mite to replace the last one. But we have stuff. We have plenty of storage. We have engines. We need to get the rest of the things brought over from the old fuel hangar, but we'll get that eventually. Yeah, we have lots of tanks. We'd have more, but you know, some stuff blew up. And there's now a hangar, a proper hangar. It has lights. You can actually see what's going on when it's dark out. We have places to sit. We got parts bins. We got places to charge the plane and whatever else ends up getting parked in here at some point. And that's where we're going to start things off. Do I have additional scrap spots? Not really. Cool, so we'll just go out and fly around and look for some things. And that's going to be the goal for today, because at this point, we need to turn this off because we don't need them. We're going to unhook things here. I did load a gun. Because if we come across another crane, we'll need it. I haven't gone through and pulled all the parts out that we found, last time that weren't part of this, but I got some. Because I figured I'd go do it all later. But at this point, we just really need some flight. So we're going to fly around and look for stuff that we haven't found before and go from there. By stuff we haven't found before, I mean specifically new scrap signals. Because like this is all stuff we found previously, and it's marked. In fact, I should probably turn on searchlights at the very least. No, we don't need them. We're gonna fly around to look for new things. Flew around through a lot of this stuff last time, and that's about it. In fact, we should do that. There we go. Get us some minimum speed stuff going on. That way if I need to go point at something that pops up as a GPS, I'll have the ability to do so. Oh yes, that's right. There is the evil crane. We do need to go back there at some point, because there were some things out that way. Hey look. Here's a great one right here. This is brand new. This hadn't popped up before. We know that because it said scrap settlement. And that's how we know. If it says scrap settlement, it means it just spawned in. By default, I believe they can spawn in 2,800 meters away, minimum. And at 2.5, they... this might be a tad fast. You know what, we're not gonna touch down. We're just gonna buzz off. At 2.5 kilometers, they stop broadcasting their signal. So you can increase the minimum distance they're allowed to spawn for this particular playthrough. I believe I increased it to 3,200 meters, just because it makes it a lot harder to end up with accidental phantom signals. Just tap the brakes and feather them in here. And let's come over here and take a look. Really, we're on the look for grids. Metal grids is really the important thing we're looking for. Anything else is nice, but it's mostly the metal grids thing. So we're looking for parts that have grids. Things like large tubes and the like are cool, but we're not going to go taking up cargo space looking for them. So let's do a GPS first. GPS turbine. We'll go turn that back off when we're done. Oh man, I don't think there's anything up in there. I know there's some stuff you can get with them. Stupid ladder shafts. I know there's some stuff you can get with cargo sometimes out of these. So it might be worth going up just to check to make sure whether or not there's anything actually up there that we might want. There's never any or any weapons in these. Nope, nothing there. Anything in the toilet? Nope. Alright, so this is just stuff. So we'll leave this here. I'm shocked I didn't take fall damage. And a storm's kicking up. Okay, we're going to go this way, take off, and then swing back around again. Oh, don't roll. Now we do need the lights on. So we're just going to swing southwest-ish. See how that's going. Hey, look, another abandoned settlement directly behind us. When that pops back up, we'll spin around and take a look. That's just... oh, here we go. Here's some stuff. Is that something we found before? Can't tell. Mistakes were made. I spun it around too quickly. I can't see anything in all of this soup. I know some of this is stuff we've found before, and some of it is not. So we're just gonna... yeah, I can't see the ground. So I don't know that I want to land there. I don't even know what that is. Alright, we're gonna... I hate the storm. Can we see down into the storm if we get above it? We actually can. Look at that. Okay, so some of that is stuff. And falling back into the storm now. Flying using the tilt indicator down there. So I'm pretty sure that's stuff we flew back over to begin with. There's something down there that looks blown up, but I can't tell what it is, because there's a big hole in the ground there, so I'm assuming when something spawned in and blew up, but I can't make out specifics. I know we looked at that double track down there last time, but I don't recall if we looked down here. So let's come in and see what we can get. This is dangerous. kind of make out the blur of the red there a little bit. You know what? No, we're just not gonna. We're just gonna fly this way. We're gonna fly towards that other signal. When the storm comes and it's done, then I'll come back. That seems the smarter way to do this. Trying to land in a storm is a recipe for disaster. Pretty sure this was the signal thing. See if anything else pops up on the HUD targeting. If we go a little bit further away. Otherwise, we'll just flip it back around. Seems like the answer is no. Something else did spawn out to the south. So this looks a little bit flatter-ish. Maybe we can put it down here. You can at least kind of see what's going on. Looks like there's a hangar there. Okay, so that could be cool. The storm is starting to lift. It's just kind of like a weird fogginess now. But at least that's something I can work with. So we're just going to coast in here. Oh, we're going up. There we go. Skim the tail a tiny bit. And the lights are tracking something inside. Which could mean there's a turret in there. So we're just going to let this slide back a little bit. Yeah! Didn't run the arrow mod last time, and yep, there's definitely a turret inside that. Last time I did this, I didn't do anything with the aerodynamics mod. So maybe just we'll do some stuff with the aerodynamics mod this time. And it's worked out. Where's my gun? Now the problem is, is it on the back of the truck? Like, I hear something shooting. Maybe that's not shooting. Maybe it's just stuff clanging to death. I think it's this chair. It was the chair. Okay. I just saw sparks from that clanging around, and I'm like, oh no, I'm being shot at by a turret. Nope. Nope, I'm just, that's okay. Anything fun in here we really need? No. There's no grids. Is there any grids in here? Maybe some special fun loot. There's that out that way. These are all conveyors, cargo containers, so maybe the cargo container has some. Let's crank that down and check. Since I hadn't done the aerodynamics mod, I'm like, oh, metal grids. Metal grids and displays. That's outstanding. I figured an airplane is probably a pretty good way to rapidly get around the waste out here and see what's going on. And yeah, it absolutely was. And that worked. It's worked out pretty well so far. We cover a lot more ground than I would have expected compared to being on land, right? And it makes sense. Especially considering that, you know, we're limited to like 30-ish miles an hour, or 30-ish kilometers a second. So 60 miles an hour on land, so. Nothing good there. Nothing fun in the rest of that. This is a tank with a connector. Let's just grind this off. And that is a hydrogen tank. It is unfortunately not intact, though. Let's go check around out here and see. Oh, here we go. That blew up. Along with anything that might have been inside it. That's unfortunate. That would have been nice to have had. Because those always have fun things in them. Buttons, inset lights, all things we can make. Let's check these just to make sure there's nothing fun. There is not. Okay, so the only thing of real value here is that hydrogen tank. So we'll GPS that. We'll pretend that I didn't mess up that capitalization horribly. And we'll just leave that the way it is. We'll put our gun, both guns, and the spare ammo back away. Nope. Y'all didn't see that. That is, oh, that's a, maybe. Actually, you know what? Cargo container. It's a large grid one, though. It requires grids. Okay, so time to go fix that. On cargo, we'll do this. I don't have the grids to put this back together. That's why we're on the hunt for grids. But I'm wondering if there's the possibility there could have been some heavy armor blocks in the front of this truck that I missed. I don't think there are. I think these are all lights. Yeah, that's all lights. That's all lights. Okay, never mind. And I know there's no grids in those. Still hoping to find the elusive crane with a basic assembler in it. But if we get enough grids, then we can put back together the existing thrusters we found. And from there, at least, we can try to get off-grid. Alright, so there's this big mountain up here. We're going to avoid that and fly around this way. We're going to ignore the unknown signal, because those never have grids in them. And we're going to go looking. You know, since the storm has elapsed, I should probably go back and check that other signal over here. That's a weird shape in the terrain. It's because it's got a tree in it. Okay. Oh, wait, hang on. That's getting a lot rockier. Are we getting closer to the pole? Is it possible that ice is only that far away? Looks like the answer to that is no. Because that's just more dunes. Currently 18 miles from the Salt Flats Air Base. I don't want to have to go dig down into the salt to get to ice. That's really what it comes down to, is just me being lazy and not wanting to do that. Yeah, because that just keeps on going. think it's safe to say we're definitely not near the pole. And wow, sim speed just okay. Hang on, let's go clear up all that scrap. That should help a little bit at least, or it should start coming back up. Maybe not. Yeah, there we go. We may have to go back. We have to go back. We have to go back and take those things apart. We have to. Oh god. The floating grids are causing problems, and I hate that, but it is what it is. We should be going back that way anyway, just for clearing out that other signal we found. So I don't like that. So I do, but I have the vanilla spawn stuff turned off. Simply because I don't have the ability to reliably put things back together if I happen to trigger a spawn that's a little bit too close to me and, you know, properly outfitted ships show up and tear me apart. That is actually pretty well. I know the new stuff can have, you know, like scrap stuff showing up, more crashes than the vanilla style showing up, but it's wild that it actually has like large grid stuff. No, I give you your food. It's right there. You were just eating it. But I'm a cat. I've had first dinner, yes, but what about seconds? No. But yeah, I've done a little bit of like testing around with some of the like the vanilla spawn stuff, and there's some fun stuff that shows up. Oh, interesting. I haven't had any of that show up then. I don't know how much of that is stuff that's been added since the local area generated, so maybe we just haven't had them enter the pool yet. And now that we've got wings, we can fly further away, assuming I fix the sim speed issues. And maybe we'll start seeing some more of those. I would like to have some of that though. That would be cool. That would be really good, actually. It is super loud when I'm inside the cockpit. I have to be really careful landing this because we're at reduced sim speed, and so we're more likely to accidentally blow something up as a result. That was a tree. Okay. I just need to touch and bleed a little bit of speed. And now we'll just roll it back around. Feels like I'm flying through soup. Landing uphill is unfun. Let's take a quick pause. Grids, distance from players. What do we got in here? We got a whole bunch of small grid garbage everywhere. These are all locked down. This is not, so we're going to remove this. Let's see. Anything that's not locked down in a small grid, we're going to get rid of. Like, that's a problem because that's just a blown up chair in the terrain. That's a blown up chair in the terrain. It really was, man. Whenever you're coming in upside down, it's like, ooh. I don't know what this is because I can't tell. There's that. That's the jalopy. That's rain. Okay, hang on. We got to get out of here. You go take a look. And of course, that large grid cargo container that blew up too needs to be taken care of. So here's what we're going to do. For the sake of this functioning, blow that up. That's locked down, that's locked down. This is not locked down. We're going to grind this because I want the tubes. That's not locked down. There's no tubes in it. It's just got the other big pieces, which I'm not happy about, but it is what it is. This is in the terrain. Is there anything in here we really want? Nope. So we're just going to go in and delete these. Let's see. Now if we go back in, do the entity list, grids, small grids, distance from players, the dumpster, that, those two, which are the next room over. We're going to get rid of that. That's way the hell away and so shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, mine's not too terribly a potato, and yet, did I accidentally delete the entire thing somehow? Oh, I must. Okay. Well, we'll just go ahead and delete this then, because we don't actually need this. That was an accident, but it is what it is. I don't understand how deleting the small grid deleted that. And we're going to try something real quick here. We're just going to go and take a quick save, and I'm going to reload the save. And we'll see how this goes. Because something's goofy there, and the only thing we've really spawned in that was a problem was that, right? So, like, something's not settled right. And that's always the issue. That's the risk with running the aerodynamics mod, is sometimes you end up in that scenario where like something's interacting even after you turned off the stuff that's typically a problem. You end up in scenarios where it's like, oh yeah, no, something loaded that just doesn't work right. But I may need to go through and do a big cleanup. Let's see how things go. Okay. We're sitting at 1.0 right now. So whatever happened is no longer happening. That's up on the mountain. Yeah, reloading. Reloading is the key to fixing so many things, because if something is supposed to settle and it's not. I think what happened was the game was having a really hard time with the fact that there was small grid stuff that had spawned in the terrain. And then some of it had blown up and some of it had not. And I think that's ultimately what the issue is going to come down to. You know, let's just grind this up. Anything fun in here? Some computers. Okay. Already filling up what storage we have on this thing and haven't even found... Oh, no, that's not true. We've had a couple grids. Alright. We'll consider the rest of that trash. And we'll just whip this around way faster than we really should. Let's go hit that scrap beacon, and then we'll swing back southwest out that way to see what else was there before another storm rolls up. We don't really need the large grid small cargoes. We have a whole bunch. And I don't know why I'm just like, I know, let's just grind it away to get the pieces. Other than not wanting the extra parts with me. But that works better. And we're holding at 1.0 sim speed, so I'll consider that a success. What do we have going on here? Anything fun or neat? It's a water tower? And something else that I can't figure out what it is. Because it blended into the grass too well, which means it was probably something small grid. We keep getting more stuff spawning, which is, on the one hand, good, but on the other hand, I want to go and see what that other thing was. Alright, let's see if we can put this thing down. There was a fence! Okay, that answers that question. We didn't lose any wings. So let's bring that in again and try and make that landing a tad more gentle. We didn't leave the ground, so that was more gentle, no matter how violent it looked. Now we need to watch out for fences. Is there anything else here besides that water tower? It doesn't look like it. We'll go give this a quick look, though, just to make sure. The hardest part with the speed mod is not forgetting when you're jetpacking around. Because you're like, oh, I hit the button a little bit, I'm going so fast, it's fine. And then you hit something at 35 meters a second thinking you're doing 8 and die instantly. And it's like, oh, that wasn't a fun time. That's the hardest thing to get used to, in all honesty. Alright, there was something else that had a scrap beacon that was outish this way. So we'll just take to the air and see what we get. The problem is there's so many things out in this direction that we've already found. If it doesn't repeat that signal, we may have a hard time finding what's new. It was like 7-ish kilometers out. So... because like this is all stuff we've seen before. I'm like 99% sure. That's something tiny. Yeah, 8 meters a second in real life would be a problem. Right, like if you prep for it, you can catch yourself, right? Because like gravity is 9.8 meters per second. But also, see, I think we've seen that before. So there's something else out here that just spawned. If we haven't, it's just a wind turbine. We have plenty of wind turbines. Okay, and then there's something out that way. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll come up over the mountains going northeast, and then we'll just kick ourselves about 40 degrees clockwise after that. So yeah, like 1 full second of falling to accelerate up to 9.8, right? So you're already looking at, that's a big drop. That's not falling off your roof. That's a couple stories. That's gonna hurt. Alright, that's a small grid. Let's kick back around this way. And let's see if it's a small grid that has anything we want on it. We're going to land this in the worst way possible. I'm going to roll this thing into the ditch. I'm going to accidentally turn on the override gyro and not correct for it. Yeah, right. So, I mean, that's a pretty big distance. All right, let's see. Maybe something is over here we actually want. There could be. Ooh, actually, there could be. Is this the armored one? Is this the one that has armor pieces on it? No. No, this is just the dune buggy. It looks like the remote control didn't despawn off this one. That's missing its fun bits. That's missing its fun bits and it's broken. That's all light armor. That's missing its fun bits. No tubes. This has a tube. We'll take it. And we will take apart this battery. And we will grind up this cockpit to see if it has anything fun in it. The answer is no. And so we're going to delete the rest of this. Because I'm tired of small grid things cluttering stuff up. There we go. Alright, we were going northeast, and then we needed to cock it like 40-ish degrees clockwise. So I think that means that other grid we saw is going to be out this way. Somewhere over here. Oh, is that it there? That could be it. That looks about right. I really wish I had working air brakes. Ah, there it is over there. Let's take a quick look at what's down here. That looks like trash. That is trash. That is trash. There's a shed there, but those aren't going to have anything that we need in them. So let's just head on to this next signal. This is so much faster than Overland. I'm so glad I chose thrusters in only one direction instead of no flying vehicles. That is a billboard, and that is all LCDs. I'm good enough on thrusters. So we have we have 4 total small grid large hydrogen thrusters. 2 of them we've retrieved, 2 of them we have marked. So that's I'm pretty sure enough to get even the Frog up to space if we retrofit it, despite, atmospherics slowing it down. And as far as large grid atmo thrusters, the biggest issue, we have plenty of small grid smalls, like a lot of them. We just don't have the grids for them. And we have a couple small grid larges, but again, missing grids. So eventually, I'll either have to start cannibalizing some of those thrusters to repair other thrusters, or we'll happen to find enough thrusters via parts. No, that's just a restriction I imposed on the playthrough. Every playthrough, I try to change things up a little bit with artificial restrictions I impose. So in this case, I've not allowed myself to do, there's a lot of stuff out this way, to do thrust in more than one direction. And I'm allowed to use third-person mode. Last time I wasn't allowed to use third-person mode at all. I had it disabled. So I had to use cameras for everything, which is wild. If you've never played with third-person mode disabled and only having access to cameras to figure out where you're going, that's not anything useful. That's a wild way to play. It really encourages you to consider things like that when you're building, because you can't see if you don't have a camera, or you don't have visibility out of your cockpit. So it really does change things up in some fun ways. The other restriction I imposed on myself this time was that I wasn't allowed to make anything that could potentially conjure clang. And we kind of got on the edge of that last time with the forklift because my body clanged it out. But I don't consider that. Like, I didn't make a clang monstrosity. So, is it just a billboard? Is it a billboard with a solar at least? Nope, that's the one that's got all the LCD panels. So let's swing out here. We're a good ways away from where our stuff is by land travel. Yeah, I've considered that. I've done some test setups with that. You can actually, believe it or not, with just a suit, you can make it from space to planetfall from a default vanilla spawn in. It's really hard, and you have to get kind of lucky that you don't run out of power before you hit Atmo. But it can be done. Right, this could be neat. This is a busted overpass, which means it'll at least have one interesting vehicle on it. Let's wheel us around and come down and take a look. I got my landing lights on, so hopefully we'll be able to see what we're doing here coming in. There we go. Yeah, I might have to try to figure out a way to fake air brakes with a single rear-facing thruster, because this is honestly painful. But that's also because the aerodynamics don't function quite the way they would in real life either. So, like, it's cheating the system with a cheat. I bet if we come up here, I can probably jump off the wing onto this thing. I might be able to wing jump that. That was bad timing on my part. I can get that jump. That is a doable jump. I lied. That's fine. We'll do this, and we'll do this, and now we can. Yeah, I know it's so, like, it picks from what can spawn after it spawns, or when it goes to actually spawn the thing in. And there's not like any waiting, but at the same time, it very much feels like things go in clusters like that. You know, like it spawns like 2 or 3, or everything, you know, on your session is kind of repetitive. And I don't know if there's maybe like some unrealized bug in MES for that, but in the code for the scrapyard scenario, it's not set up to... So we don't need more hydrogen tanks right now. It's not set up to limit like that. But, oh, canvas, hell yes. Slowly fueling our emergency parachutes. Slowly fueling the emergency parachutes. That's the important part. Oh, there we go. The beacon has none of the fun stuff in it. None of these have heavy armor on them. So there's that. 2 more canvas. An MR-20, so a non-garbage rifle. Yet more welders. Yes. So the fun thing about SE jumping is that gravity applies at twice the speed it's supposed to, because otherwise when you're in third person, it feels like you're floating and not falling fast enough because you don't have a proper frame of reference. And so the devs did that as their workaround. Their workaround was make you fall at twice the rate you should for gravity. There's a mod out there that changes that. It feels a little weird getting used to, but it's a funny change. Alright, what's over here? The industrial cluster or the office buildings? Can't tell from here. Office buildings and a truck, but that's one of the jalopies, so that's not helpful. Not helpful at all. Because that does not have any grids. We may have to throw ourselves at the mercy of cargo container luck, which I'm not a super big fan of. But sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Can they be good for grids? Oh, well, I guess they do have a lot of those small cargo containers. That is true. We'll give it a shot. Yeah. I know the storage crates have undergone a couple changes in what they can have in them at times. This is such a goofy, like, four-way dune thing. I don't want to land here. I know, like, the that's a bad angle. I know the beds can't have them anymore because that was changed, and something else removed them. You can't get med components out of the cargo crates anymore. That was the other change that was made. So we will give this a shot and see. Yeah, and that's always the thing, right, with that variance. RNG is RNG. You can go forever not getting anything of value, and then you get the one thing you really need. Speak of the devil. We're going to dump some of the stuff we don't need back in here. So, like I said, like, none of these, the lockers can't have them, but the lockers are good for, like, computers and displays. So we'll probably come salvage those. Power kits are nice. That's just light armor block there. There's nothing else up here. Let's cut this one open. Yeah, we haven't had great tool luck, unfortunately. You were absolutely correct. 100% vindicated. Carry the rest of the stuff with us and dump it somewhere. Alright, we will check the trash because the small cargo containers that show up inside these trash bins sometimes can have them. That's no cargo containers in there. And some of the vehicles, there's one of the vehicles, there's a whole bunch of small grid. Oh, okay, but this is, okay. Let's see, we got stuff. Let's get there. Power cell, that's cool. We do need the motors. But there's one of the GPS, S-grid, Atmos, small. There's one of the vehicles that has a whole bunch of like heavy armor plate pieces that you can cut apart, right? So like you can get some grids that way sometimes. those are all. There's nothing else of value there. I do think the heavy blocks are no longer part of those. I think you replaced the grid spawn chance entirely for them. We'll take this. We'll throw this stuff in there. We'll take the large grid, or the large tubes. We'll hold the rest of the stuff, because that's all stuff we want. I should keep a couple interior plates on me, so I can actually make ramps. That would help. Take the ammo. Eventually, we will be lucky enough to find a crane with a basic assembler, and we can break down the excess ammo we don't want and use it to make grid ammo instead. Alright, so we'll turn off. Make this green, turn that off. See, we're going to go back this way. Nothing happened there. Absolutely nothing. You know, I've not blown up the parakeet yet. I took the back. I took a spotlight off the front nose. One. And that wasn't even a rough landing. That was me flubbing the brakes. So, like, I don't feel like that counts. But that back and forth spin bounce, that was pretty close. That was real close. We're going to go this way. Just head southwest, because there's a bunch of stuff we have found over there in that area. So maybe we'll get some new stuff that spawns. I might just have to start spending some time in between streams just doing ever-widening circles. And seeing what shows up eventually. And just marking stuff for then fun retrieval stuff. But we'll see. We got really lucky where we started, because if we'd ended up in these like big dunes or the mountains, that would have been impossible. Because the problem you run into is that eventually it looks for an area it can successfully spawn uncovered enough. And so if you're in like some of these like really hilly areas, stuff won't spawn, or it spawns in very small portions only. So if you're having issues finding things, get out of the mountains into flatlands. It's especially noticeable if you're doing Scrapyard on like the Earth-like, because there's so many rocky crags. It makes things really rough to find stuff. You have to really go searching. And I'm honestly shocked we've not seen more things pop up yet. Because this is all like unexplored territory. Don't wipe all the planetary spawns that messes with MES. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I know if you have, it's like there used to be an issue where the PCU limit, if you didn't have, see, I'm pretty sure we've explored that, because that looks somewhat explored. Let's give it a quick look, and then we'll go back to Southwest. Before this last update, when they changed how like PCU applied to things, you know, MES doesn't care about PCU, but also it does hit restrictions where if it tries to spawn things and there's a PCU limit, the world will override that and immediately delete the grid. And I know there used to be an issue before where if you did not have the PCU limit removed and you were playing Scrapyard, MES would indeed... Oh, is that a crane? No, it's not. It's not. It's just a turbine. It's a turbine and a combine and... one of those goofy ones. Let's give it a shot and see. And it would make it so that it literally couldn't spawn any more grids because the game save would think it had enough stuff spawned to occupy unless you went in and manually modified the save file. I'm shocked we didn't blow up a piece off that tail. We need to go check that. We're flying at night. I should probably turn the spotlights on. We never had the grids in those wings to begin with, so we're not missing any parts there. Nope, it's intact. Okay. I know we can get some tubes and motors off these, and the turbine would be good to have, so we'll do this. Combine harvester. That's only 20 kilometers away. I can come back and grab that. We might take this with us in the process. Yeah. I'm a fan of just sorting by distance from player. I wish you could change the sort so it went ascending instead of descending always, because that would make things so much easier. If you do anything, you know, remove any grids or anything like that, it resets it back to the top. And that's just kind of annoying. Ugh. See, there's a cargo container inside these, if I recall correctly. No grids in that. Nope. There we go. Then it should be back here. I should be able to access it somewhere. It's that. Down there. I know it's a warfare battery. I don't care about those. Oh, there it is. Medium cargo container. How do I get into that? Because that's covered up with a sorter. There we go. And then I think the issue we kept seeing with these is because too much of the rest of the grid was also owned. Oh no, it worked. Okay, cool. Let's throw most of these parts away. We'll do all of these. We'll do like 7 of those. We keep a couple. We don't need the girder. We don't need the small steel tubes. We will take the motors and computers, though. A little annoying with the rover and take mag plate of small crate items. It is the best way to not accidentally nuke anything. I thought one of these had like a thruster, a hydrogen thruster hidden as a light somewhere, and I may just be forgetting which one it is. Do I want to go look at the unknown signal? Maybe. Unknown signals can't have grids, right? Or did they change that? They might have changed that. Let's put this stuff away in here. Put that away. We'll put this away. Free up a lot more inventory space. go. Let's go take a look at the unknown signal. Yeah, the hydro engines. We've got 4 functional. If they had grids in them, I'd be more up to harvesting those. What I'm probably going to do is bring the flatbed out here and just grab all the fun bits at once. That's the one of the... Is this the jumpy one? Or is this the one that looks like the jumpy one, but it's not? I think this is the one that's not jumpy. Yeah, because it's got a battery in the bottom. There's no thruster, so we don't really have to run to get it. All right. There's some money. There's some computers, and there's some motors. We'll take those. And we will take the batteries, power cells. And I think that's all I really want out of this. There we go. And there's that. We will leave that to blow up here in a couple minutes. Why are we pitching so hard constantly right? What's going on? That we're continuously trying to burn right. I might have to start putting the override gyro on when I take off. Alright. Let's keep heading southwest-ish. The storage bin is too small to be worth anything. I pulled the parts out of it. We're not hurting for cargo. It's the grids. Wait, there's something there. Okay, so hang on. Let's go this way. Because that was a scrap beacon. But we're almost out of space. We're going to start going back soon just to dump off. I should probably figure out a way to throw some more storage into this thing somewhere. Maybe hide in the wings. Alright, this is one of the diners? Nope, it's the overpass. The ground destruction threw me off. This could be such a pain to land. You know, we're gonna try and overshoot and go for this flat bit, not the dune. Oh, there we go. Oh. All right. That was horrible. That's true. Kind of did that with the engines. The engine. Why do we keep pitching? That's weird. Something weird's going on. But external like outriggers for like pontoons or some other cargo bay would work. Like a fuel tank, like a drop tank. That would work. That would fit the aesthetic pretty well. Okay, we're just gonna mark it here. Did I break something? No. None of that's broken. None of that's broken. Like, I know we've bounced these wings a couple times, but we've not damaged anything. So I consider that a victory. Every time I see it doesn't have the metal grids, I have a moment of mild panic, and I'm like, oh no, but no, we never had grids. I intentionally left the grids out. Okay, here's one of the big rolled vans. Tank, but nothing else. If there was anything else, it blew up. 2.95. Something's out that way, and that's going to disappear from me getting too close before I can see anything else of value to it. Doesn't even have those pieces intact. Medium cargo, we have plenty of these. Let's just drop this. Had nothing inside it. I feel cheated. Cheated. And this is all parts that are busted and blasted up. I know, see, the batteries are gone, because the batteries are up under there. I fell off. And the hydrogen tank is also gone. So I don't think there's anything else of value on that. I could take this battery, and that has nothing that I want on it. There is the tank, but it's a busted tank, so I don't care. If it had intact stuff, I would care more, but it doesn't, and thus I do not. Off. You know, fully loaded this thing, we have to hit 54 before we can get off the ground instead of lifting off at 40. It's amazing what that extra weight does. But yeah, we have to go back after this. Unload what's in our storage. Smaller. Let's roll it around. Yeah, bank that too sharp. That's fine. Just don't dig the nose in and bust up spotlights again. Anything fun here? That's a survival kit. It is a survival kit, but nothing else intact on it. I'll take these pieces. How many survival kits do we have marked? We do have another survival kit, so we'll mark this one just to be on the safe side, just in case something happens with that other one. Because I don't want to be like, oh, nothing will happen. But we also saw last time how, you know, sometimes the game just really, really hates you, and things explode for no reason, and then you have to rebuild the entire back half of your forklift, and you're sad about it the whole time, and you have to cut more pieces off, because if you just try and slot a battery in, the battery's collision box is slightly larger than its grid bottle, so you can't, and you sit there jumping on it and yanking on it with grabby hands for 15 minutes before you finally just grind the blocks off. Yeah. That classic story. Turbine and common harvester, turn that off, turn that off. We do have other things that can go rip stuff out of if we need to, but I really want more grids. I want more grids, because grids are the key to everything. Like, we have enough stuff So I can take apart all the important bits and get enough grids to be able to make like a rocket sled up into space. But then it's not going to serve us too terribly well when, we're up in space and we need the ability to do something like scrap something up there. See, that is the buildings we already looked at. Pretty sure we've found this before, but I am going to take a look. Yes, because parts are missing off the roof. So that's the one I did cut pieces from, which means this is also some other garbage, because that's going to be fences. I know for a fact we've already checked that. Wait, that's a crane. That wasn't there before. That's new. Oh, that's gonna be bad. Don't get close enough to accidentally activate the crane. Avoid the crane. We have a gun, so we can shoot the sensor out. Don't roll. Nope. Don't smash lights. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's... Really wish suspension worked like it does in real life. Okay. We're gonna take this rifle. This is going to be better for shooting that sensor once we find it. If this is another one of the ones that has like the ladder unfinished 2/3 of the way up, I'm going to be mega sad again. There's the sensor piece there. Let's see if I can... to shoot the block it's on, because that takes the sensor out. The sensor is disabled at that point. Alright, so the question is that loaded with explosives, a battery, or a basic assembler? That's a cargo container. The sensor's gone, so this shouldn't start spinning wildly or blow me up when I get up there, unless there's a second sensor that I forgot about. So we're just going to very carefully walk around this and look for another sensor. I don't see one. So is this a copy of the evil crane, where one of these is barely not built halfway up? I hate how the build states are so close. Like, you can't tell from a distance. I think this might be one of the good cranes. It's not the evil crane. Oh, oh, that's good. Which means the sensor was the trap for sure. Okay. See if I could not fall off and have to run 20 kilometers back here. Alright, if we grind this down...
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Oh no, it still works. Okay. I don't have to remove them from it, just to grind it down to that point. Oh, yes, elite grinder. Battery, advanced rigor. Okay, so... I think the battery is going to be back behind us, but I can't tell. Am I going to die when I get out of here? No. Okay. Alright, so how do I... There's that there. I don't want to destroy the cargo container by dropping it, but also I need to grind something to get some steel plates. Yeah, this has got the intact rotor. This was 100% the trap one. Okay, I got that. So let's place some blocks. Okay, nope, that's fine. I thought it was pushing me off the edge. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Now we've had our moment of panic. I don't have any interior plates on me. I don't have any more. Yeah. I don't want to go down to get parts. That's the problem. I'm being bad and lazy and refusing to go down to get parts. That's girders, that's interior plates, that's steel plates. Okay, I gotta go down and get some plates. Because I don't want to... Actually... There we go. This is locked now, right? Rotor lock is on. Okay, let's try this again. With less momentary panic. I don't care about trying not to signal. That's attached to that, so I can't really... man, okay. What if I did this, and then I can't side attach that, but I also can't. Okay, what if we did? I don't have any steel plates, so it doesn't matter. Grind this off, because as long as it's not showing a red outline, it's not gonna break the support. Okay, so now I should be able to go... Nope, that didn't work. Nope. Just enough hydrogen to slow me below lethal. Okay. Well, let's go get some pieces real quick. Actually, we're gonna GPS this. We're going to ignore the typo. Let's get some more steel plates, and we'll go back up. This way, if I die, I can find my way back to the plane. And this is why having a non-functional jetpack is important, because otherwise I just jetpack up there and it wouldn't be an issue. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be a large grid battery in that counterweight. You know what I didn't do? I didn't check for hidden blocks. And that's dumb of me. And now the cockpit's on the other side. So that won't be easy to do regardless. It's like I could probably... Man, what are the chances I end up back here, though, and not just falling to my death? I don't trust SE enough for that. Okay, so let's try... we can't do that. But we can do that. That works. Yeah, okay. Now we'll do another terrifying jump. But now he has something to walk up. There we go. Okay. This needs to come off. As does this. And this. And now we can come over here and we can take a look. Yep, that is definitely the cargo container. So let's go over here. This won't take anything apart. We're going to lock to it so I don't accidentally grind through it. Got some motors. Cool. What is down here? That is a battery. Okay. So I would very much like that battery, but not enough to try to get this down in one piece. So now we do the dumb cheeky thing. And we pretend it's a hurricane. It'll make sense in a minute. If you've ever lived in Florida, you already know exactly what I'm thinking of. This climb is so long. Actually, you know what? We don't have to floor to this. We could leave it intact and just come back for it with the flatbed. But we're going to hurricane... We're going to risk it, and we're going to hurricane this. And by hurricane, I don't mean blow it over. I mean shoot at it. Wildly and ineffectually. Huh! I didn't expect that to make that landing. Is it on a heavy? No, it's on a light armor panel. I didn't expect that at all. We got a power cell. We got some bulletproof glass. That worked out. Cool. I don't have a way to get that battery back on the plane, so there's no point in even trying to get it down the same way. Zero reason. So we just won't. So we're gonna go check these for grids. See if our... Oh, there's a dumpster. I missed the dumpster. Is there any cargo in the dumpster? Is it a cargo dumpster? It is a cargo dumpster. That's not anything fun. Go with that one. You know what? We're just gonna grind that one. Anything fun in there? Rifle ammo. Cool. There's another one back there. I guess we've got to take this off.
Inventory full.
And there's motors. There's construction components. I want the motors.
Inventory full.
Dump that. Dump that. Dump that. Screw it. Dump that. That's not what I wanted. But that's fine. Some of that fell through the floor. That's okay. It's all conveyors. Nothing fun there. There's some things up there. Oh, I guess I do need to go get Where's the interior plates? So I can put ramps up. Do a ramp there. We'll do... That's not what I meant to do, but you know what? We can make it work anyway. We'll pretend like it's what I meant to do. Nothing fun there. Nothing. Wow, these are the worst. This is just the worst office building. I can't believe somebody took all the stuff out of the boxes here but didn't go up and take the stuff out of the crane. No class. There's an attack window here. I don't think we need that much bulletproof glass still, though. I know we have some left over from before. Ah, here we go. Ammo. We'll take the bulletproof glass anyway from there. I just don't want to grind a window. And there's nothing else there, and we don't care about those. And we'll just work our way backwards through these office buildings as we go. This is actually one of the more intact, like, office complexes we've found, too. Alright, here we go. Over here. Grind this down. Grind it back up.
Inventory full.
Oxygen bottles. We will absolutely 100,000% take those. Are you kidding me? Oh, come on. How much? How short am I? 120 liters? We have some back home, and we can't make use of them anyway, because you can't place antenna. Which is unfortunate, because antennas are like one of the easiest things you can DIY.
Inventory full.
I'm like, ooh, slushy. A coat hanger and some aluminum foil, and if you know what shape... Oh, grids. Oh! That's fine. We'll go put stuff... We'll find a way to put stuff away. And we'll come back for those grids. If you know what shape to put them in, you can do all sorts of signal extenders and all sorts of stuff. Antenna really aren't that difficult. Then again, Space Engineers also seems to think you need like 15 trillion gigawatts of power for every single antenna operation. So you know. Alright, we're out of space there. We have a little bit of room left. I say let's chance it. I don't think we're going to find enough grids to full thrust the cargo space. But we'll test and see. Where was that? Was it over here? Was it one of the bins over here? It was one of the bins, okay. Choices were made. If we ever come back, I'll grab them then. That hole was mean. Like, I'd also like to take the computers out of these. Oh, more oxygen. Okay, now we have to come back. Because, like, there's another oxygen bottle here. And there's other stuff. So we'll leave this up. Anything fun in this one? I don't think there's anything fun here. Oh, there's some things up there. Do I have any interior plates? I do. Kind of hate myself for it, though. So just got the one, right? Yeah, just got the one. That's fine. We can fix that by doing a little bit of grindy. than just do this. Put the other plates back into that. Ammo and motors. More ammo. Out of ammo room. That's unfortunate. It's fine, we'll come back and get this stuff too. So 2 grids worth going for. And this one's not even all that terribly far away from the salt flats. It's only 12 kilometers from the salt flats. That's actually impressive. Okay, this is going. Let's go ahead and attempt to take off. There we go. We're going to head back to the flats. And then we'll see if I can land this again without crashing it. That was amazing, because like that right there, we've been to that. The thing right over there, we've been to that. That either spawned in, or just we've been to that. Or we completely missed it somehow behind the dune. That over there we've been to off the wing. That we've been to. That we've been to. Like a lot of this stuff around here, because like that's our base hangar. Alright, that's going to be the fuel depot. We've been all through this area before. And then just the one crane. And now I'm curious if that crane's been there this whole time, but we just missed it. You know, the crane we were searching for, the intact, non-garbage, non-evil crane, or if it spawned in and we just didn't notice. That down there we've been to. We have a good number of grids, though. Sim speed's still up. We don't have weird small grids embedded into the ground anymore. That didn't work. Let's try that again. I kept expecting it to flare out and it never did. And then I remembered, oh wait, that's not actually modeled in the aerodynamics mod, because that's incredibly complicated in this physics engine to check. Nope, 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 nope. We can stay flat. We can do it. There we go. There we go. Okay. And we're just going to take this and come over here. So I got that other large grid vent up into the roof because the Lifter Mite at full extension and with the forks rotated up will barely clear the roof, which was the entire purpose. So I just drove it over to the ladder and then dropped it off and then cut a hole in the roof and let it fall through. And that's how we got that upstairs. Because that was the whole goal. Alright, so we don't need those lights, don't need those lights, don't need those lights. Alright, let's offload things into here. Let's go grab all the ammo and stuff and go put it where it belongs. Apparently it's all in the cockpit. I thought some of it wasn't, but apparently I was wrong. Grab the tools. Grab the money. Where I've got the tanks on me. Grab that stuff. So actually we're going to leave the rifle and we're going to leave like 3 magazines behind inside the cockpit. And that'll be what we use next time. We need to go out and shoot things. Alright. And then over here, we put these away. That's it. Right? Yeah, that's it. We put our money under the mattress. 183,000. Go over here to this storage. We put our tools away. We're going to hold on the elite grinder for now because I don't want to carry that around because that's a great way to accidentally do bad things. And I need one of these grinders back. Okay. And then we'll put away, let's see, the armory lockers for that, which is over here. Okay. We don't have a good place to put these tanks. I would put the oxygen tanks in the oxygen bottles in the oxygen tank. The problem is that blew up and took the Lifter Mite with it. So we can't. Sad times. We can do that. And then we'll just empty everything out of here. We're at 18% hydrogen, so we've got some soft fall if we need it still. It won't keep us from dying via flying, but we can get some impact support. We're up to 15 metal grids. How are we doing on these over here as a result? Oh wait, we've got all the grids in this one. Why is this still not painted right? The stuff that's intact is supposed to be repainted. These are okay. I'm just bad. We need 22 metal grids per thruster. So, I mean, again, we could pull some from here. We could pull... Not here. Do I have any metal grids in this other large cargo, or is it empty of grids? Because I couldn't put all of them in. No, we had no grids there. So we're going to need more grids still. But that's fine. Thoughts I've been having, though, because the Frog... we could retrofit thrusters on it pretty easily, including tanks. And I think I'm just going to rip off the hitch arms and stick a hitch here because this right here is about the right height position to be able to hook up the cargo trailer behind it. And then we could just haul this around behind the Frog rather than Scraptimus trying desperately to pull it behind him without rolling him in the process because it outweighs him. Because this setup here, with the Lifter Mite hanging off the back of Scraptimus, it actually works pretty decently. And yes, I could add a third set of wheels, but I don't want to. So I think we might see this change coming in a new episode soon. The problem is, I kind of want to make a larger flatbed to pull behind this, like a flatbed trailer, to pull behind this, but I don't want to do it at the same size scale. That said, because I didn't mention this, but we didn't really go into detail with it last time. This up here is hollow in the top headspace, so we could very easily, with the assistance of the Lifter Mite to get them up, relocate a lot of those medium cargo containers up into here, because there's 3 blocks of clearance, which is the height of those. That should work. So we could fill all this space with cargo containers for moving parts and just duct them down in, because we have the space for that. Oh, did I do something dumb here? I may have done something dumb. Can I get out? Space engineers, let me out. I don't want to cut more pieces off. I'm getting stuck. Wait, does crouch jumping actually work? No, it doesn't. Okay. This is just light armor blocks. So we'll just cut through it and then fall back through into the floor below. Modern problems. Modern solutions. There we go. Now let us put this back. What was the thing? Okay, there we go. Fix the roof, or I'll forget and then wonder why I can't make it airtight later, because I know me. So we could rip out the seats. We could put in, like, there's room in here to put stuff still. So we could do things. We could put cargo up in the ceiling. We could put hydrogen tanks up in the ceiling. Not the big ones, but like the smaller ones, and pipe them in. We could put an oxygen tank up there. We could pipe it all down. We have that option for it. And then, of course, we could just affix the thruster array on the back with also the hydrogen tanks on the back as like a tray that slots in place. And that would be space ready. Because those 4 thrusters, it's enough thrust for that. So we could just release the governors on the wheels, hit a ramp off one of these dunes, maybe that one over there because it's bigger, and then just throw the engines in and just haul. Or affix some of these big Atmos to that same tray and just assist that way, right? Because the less hydrogen we burn to get into space, the better. One other thought I did have was actually giving the frog wings so it wouldn't hit its ass every time it jumped. And just have the wings be detachable. Because we could just, use merge blocks and just affix the wings to it. And just turn it into a Frog 52, just a big, giant, super winged monstrosity. I'm still thinking. I haven't decided yet. I think I might need to give it a paint job first. It'll fit in that hangar. It's tight, but it'll fit. So, that said, let's go park this. And let's put some blocks on it. So hit the back wall. That should be good there. Oh, look, we got a little bit of jitter. Interesting. Maybe that's why we're constantly sliding to the side. Alright, let's hook this back up to recharge. Let's turn the lights on in here, because we are in shade. So, cargo pylons. I kind of like the blast door block thing. The problem is, we would need to figure out a storage container setup that would fit for that. Ooh, actually, these are too wide, right? Because they're 3 deep. No, they're 2 by 2 by 2, but we're a 3 wide body. Yeah. So if we put it down too low, then we run the issue of, it's on the pylon, and then when I clip the ground, we blow up the storage, which is not good. But also we can't put things back here, because there's parts in here. There's like the battery. So, oh, we can see inside. Wait, why are the panels backwards? Made in space. Keen, your panels are backwards. Keen, what is this garbage? Keen. Is it that way on the other side too? Hang on. Where's... There we go. Nope, those are correct. So I'm assuming they just mirrored left side versus right side. No, because that's there, and this doesn't say made in space. Why are the panels backwards? Why are those panels backwards, but the ones right next to them also not backwards? It's kind of like the bug where if you look directly behind yourself inside, you can see through it. Like that green is the wing outside. It's missing the back wall in first-person mode. Even though there's quite clearly one that you can see, right? It's not an open back cockpit. Alright, so what other... So we could put regular... I don't want to put the smalls because the smalls are garbage. We've got the cargo crates large size. We do have these small ones from that mod, though. Is there a way we could fit these? Because that's just offset types. Actually, we could bolt these to it. We could throw these up. Why does it stick through the roof? What if I just attached these to the tail? And just used like... Let's go get some pieces. And just use like down neons as a like a wannabe strap. That could work. Let's get the parts to build these a couple times. We'll do some placement tests. Because this has, let's see, we're looking at 250 liters of cargo. That's not a whole hell of a lot. This is 1,000, but it's the big one. This is 500, and that's what we've got there in those. They're 500, so I mean, like we could double the amount of storage we have. What was the... Weldless. So there's some options there. I just had to change how I did some of those shaping blocks, but I think I actually could, because these just don't hold a whole hell of a lot. And also, I can't mount there. Why can't I mount there? Oh, because this is a half block. That's a half block. Okay, so if I cut that out, I could do it. But otherwise, I couldn't. And I don't want to hang these goofily off, because like that looks bad. Do I still have the blast doors? Yeah. So if we did, let's see, corner inverted. We did something like that, and then did a blast door edge. What could we hang these like? We could hang them in it. And that would kind of work, actually. Let's weld this up and see. Because maybe stuffing them up inside is a way to go. Because it does kind of look built in that way. If I did that, could I then put another blast door block here? No. Okay. Oh wait, I could maybe. I can't tell. I need steel plates for that. Interesting. That could be an option. That could be an option. maybe we flip the... I wonder if it would let us flip the case upside down. Oh, we could. Oh, well, hang on. Okay. So this might work really well. So we do this, we go with the corner block, right? Or do we go inverted corner? We'll try it this way first, because part of this is going to be covered up by the cargo container itself. So we could do that. And it does kind of work. It doesn't open. It's not a whole lot of extra storage space, but it is some. Does it look too stupid? Because like with the LCD, it looks like it opens up and out. Rather than the way it... Oh no, because there's hinges there. Okay, so that is how it's supposed to open. So it is facing the right direction. And it does kind of blend. And I don't know how I feel about that. Like, that's honestly horrifying, and yet, it does work. And then we do something like this, and then the edge again. Oh, that's so silly. That actually works. That's absolutely ridiculous. It's the wrong shade of green because it's on the wing, so it should be the darker shade of green. But like... Oh, I hate how well that works. Like, is it a little goofy still? Yes. Does it add an extra 500 liters of storage capacity? Yes. Could we build that into the engine pylons? Huh. Just drop the engine down, hang it off the front. Because that's got a mount point there. So it wouldn't matter. I mean, that has a mount point technically on the corners. But like... Ah. That's something I need to think on. Because I don't know how I feel about that revelation. But it would work. And I think I hate it. And yet. And yet. Alright, so spin this around. Because it was it 3, right? Yeah. And this is regular blast block in between, right? No, because it's the corner inverted. Because I added on to it. Oh no, I like that. I like that. That works better. We're doing that. That's so much better. Okay, so we can do that. We come back down here to the corners. And do a corner here. And do a corner here. And then the storage container goes in between. Like that. Oh, I hate how much cutting that one block out actually improves the aesthetics of this. Because it makes it look like it's part of the actual, like you reach up and you undo, and there's the thing, and it's suspended, and... So then the question comes back to, do we replace the corners with the inverted corners, like you do with the engines, so it doesn't look horrible? But the problem is there's no way to do that without making it look more horrible. So I guess we don't. I guess we just leave it that way. I absolutely... Okay. Well, there we go. We got it figured out. Actually, maybe we'll do... if we change it to the carbon fiber, does that work in the green still? I have to do that and then change it back. Because trying to paint it directly just keeps trying to withdraw parts out of Build Planner. Oh, that's dumb and that works. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. We finally got carbon fiber on something. So that's an extra 500 liters of storage, which is exactly what we needed. Because that lets us... I mean, we brought a lot of stuff back in the 1,000 liters plus the cockpit. So I don't feel bad about that. I might play around with dropping the engines off those pylons and sticking them on that. I feel like it's going to make it not work because the engines are too short. That's probably going to be the main issue. I might also replace this. I'll put a second small one up here. In fact, that's probably going to happen. I'm probably going to remove the base here and just move the engine over. So I'll need to bring the thing over for that. But that's something we'll do not on stream. I hate how well that works. It's so simple, and yet it's actually like... Alright, as far as things go, let's turn on the distance. Let's find something that's not forever and a day away. You know what? Let's load up for the evil crane. We're going to load up for the evil crane. I should have a gun and Scraptimus still. So we're going to disconnect everything. Scraptimus should have a gun here. Yes, he does. It's an MR20. We got some ammo for it. We're going to go to Evil Crane, and we're going to shoot it down. Because I'm not going to build a contraption to let me get up just enough to repair or finish welding up that one set of ladder that's not complete, and so I can't climb past it. So we're just going to selectively shoot this one. This is going to take us 4 times to get as long to get there. Found 2 of the... Oh, wait, is there 4 cranes now? There might be 4 cranes now. So we found 2 of the 3 cranes, But there may be 4. We may only have 2. 50%. I don't like that. I liked it better when I thought we had found 2 of the 3 types of cranes. I like to keep hunting for more cranes. I was going to keep hunting for more grids. I think what I'm going to do is, between streams, I'm going to go through and run like the grids that are just like steel plate and interior plates and stuff like that. I'm going to go through and clean them out. And just do an admin delete on those and only leave behind the grids that aren't garbage. And I'm going to go through and clean up my GPSs. Because one, it'll make it easier to spawn stuff closer, and, you know, the plane makes it so we can fly if we need to, but if we found something really cool, I'd have to drive there. And when we're limited, you know, to, what, 30 meters a second top speed, or we start bouncing, I don't want to, you know, have to drive 30 kilometers at that speed, because that's just going to be ridiculous. Because it'll be slower coming back with whatever loot's strapped to the back of this thing. So it will partially fix that issue. And also, if there's been like additional new grids added since we had generated all the stuff right around this area. So I think there's only been like 2 or 3 things we've actually ground. Oh no! Okay. That was some serious air. Okay. What blew up? Anything? Like, this clearly is having a bad day. But I think the only thing we lost was the bumper. Yeah, because no, we lost one of the plate covers. 3.29. I mean, that's what this was supposed to do. It lost us 3 grids, but it saved us the truck. So there's a plate missing there, but that plate may have been missing from last time I repaired and rebuilt them. This was deformed because stuff broke off of it. Some grill damage. All right. I will absolutely take that win. I guess it's time for Scraptimus to no longer have a bumper again. We'll fix it with something else. We'll find something to bolt onto the front of him. The problem is I can't tell if some of this was like pre-existing damage or just something I had messed up last time I did a rebuild on him. But that was some serious air. Like, that's a lot of scrap. Like, we came off that dune airborne. Like, look how tall, tiny the character is. The hole's bigger than my character. It's almost my jump height. That was impressive performance out of that bumper. I thought for sure we were going to lose the entire damn thing. No meaningful damage. Like, we're partially deployed, but that's more an issue of we hit the ground and gyroscope or physics forces bounced us. I'm impressed. Good job, Scraptimus. to take a quick detour to the signal on the way to the Evil Crane to shoot it. I also can't tell if the stream's actually like 30 seconds behind or not. Or if it's just my monitor page is having issues. Because the monitoring page is what crashed a couple times at the start of the stream. Alright. We're a tad rolly at 40 meters a second. Oh man, that's on the other side of the mountains. That's fine, let's go this way. So, can I see... Yeah, we can get to it from around there, it looks like. This is not remotely as flat as it looks inside the cab either. Like that's got some serious roll to it. If this is the third kind of crane, it just happened to pop up here, I'm going to be super excited. The Scraptimus didn't blow up. If it is the third kind of crane, we found 3 cranes. We've picked up... We only had 4 metal grids to start with in storage. So the fact that we're 15 now, we found 11. That's pretty good. And there's a couple buildings here. One of the big wind turbines. I don't remember... We've only found one of these, and I don't recall what was at the complex for it when we did. So this could be something good, this could be garbage. I literally do not recall. So we're just going to slow it down a little bit.
Fuel low.
Yes, yes. I've got a hydrogen tank somewhere. Is it in the seat? No. I thought I had. Maybe I don't have. I thought I did just so when I finally got low, I could actually just top it back off again. But maybe that's not the case. Alright, what we got over here? We got a toilet. We got a shed. Is that the bomb shed? There's an active timer. I don't see any hidden warheads. I think the timer just flashes. No, it doesn't. What does the timer do? What does the timer do? I don't like that. There's a vent over there. That's a boom box with a hidden sensor that's going to make it sound like there's going to be an explosion. I don't see any warheads. But the timer makes me uneasy. There's a small grid attached to the bottom. So it's not an instance of there being a hidden warhead below. It's a gyro, that's cool. Oh no, it's just inset lights. Okay. So that's not the same thing. Where's the light coming from for the blue for that? I guess it's just painted blue. Okay. Let's cut these apart. Any good loot? Nope, no good loot. Okay. The vents are good though. The programmable block's good. The gyro's good. I think we can place timers, can't we? Yeah, okay. The battery and another small cargo container. Let's just grind this down. Nothing in that either. Okay, but this is something that's useful. So GPS, MISC stuff. We'll go with that, and we'll get rid of the scrap beacon because we don't need the scrap marker anymore. There's the toilets, there's the turbine, and there's all this. I think there's a battery, right? Yeah, there's a battery down there. Let's take this off. We'll get in the back. Toilet. Another vent. Buttons. And we'll just see what's in here. Stuff that's worth coming back and getting another time. Why can't I? There we go. Okay, well, that's because they know that's there. We'll come back for this stuff eventually. I might grab another one of those turbines just so we have two, but I've still never put the first one that we've had for forever onto anything, so maybe not. Let's go off to the crane. I'm going to shoot the crane down. Because we know it's a battery. We know there's a battery on it. Yeah, it seems like the MES stuff is all wanting to spawn this way. And I think it's because it's open, more flat. So we're definitely going to come back out here next time I do more aerial scouting. Which I will now that we've done like an episode and a half of aerial scouting, I will probably do that mostly off stream from now on. This ground is so not flat. This is not Bonneville, that's for sure. Alright, there was a momentary hitch there, so I feel like something... I know I was doing saving, never mind. Like, I feel like something big just spawned, but... that could have just been regular save hitchery. And then we need to check these buildings, because we didn't check the buildings last time, I don't think, for grids. If we could get one of those thrusters up and running without having to cut pieces out of something else, I would be ecstatic about that. Alright, we're gonna park over here. Because that should be far enough away, we don't need to worry about
Fuel
things.
low.
So... Really? Okay, maybe just go to the pillar then. Wow, I honestly can't believe those will fall and land intact. Like, I topple, like, a block off 2 and it explodes. And then, here we are, this whole thing. We can just take the whole thing out. So let's just grind this out and take its pieces. Motors, bulletproof glass, that's cool. Alright, and then for this stuff... Wow, another one. Yeah, see, there's so much stuff spawning out this way. So there should be a sensor in the same spot as the last one. We may just have to find a better angle to see it. Yeah, there it is. And again, I know one of these has an explosive bomb in it. There we go. Alright, and then do I shoot the rotor and topple it sideways? I feel like maybe that's the way to go. Actually, we'll just shoot the block it's on. Because the whole thing should come off, right? There we go. The important stuff is left intact. The important stuff is left intact. We'll grab the displays, leave the rest of that stuff behind. This we need to grind and then re-weld.
Inventory full.
Elite welder. All right.
Fuel low.
Let's see, character tools. That's been a nice upgrade. We got a boosted grinder and a boosted welder. I'm happy with that.
Inventory full.
Let's go throw this stuff in the truck. Sim speed took a hit from all the stuff lying around, but that's fine. I'll clean that up later. It's not a big hit. It's a small hit. Do we have stuff in here? Why do we have so much? Oh, because most of the stuff that was in my inventory was this garbage in the first place, wasn't it? No? No, I don't know why there's all this scrap steel inside my barrel. That's kind of weird. I don't understand that. Is there scrap over here too? There's so much scrap over here. Why is there so much stuff? There's metal grids in here. Did I put stuff in here and I just completely forgot? Okay, so that brings our total from 15 to 19 metal grids. We only need 22 to get one of those thrusters up and running again. That's pretty close. Alright, this is intact still, sweet. So let's grind this down and take control of it. Okay, grab this off. Grind this off. Just get this out of the way. No, I can't. I can kind of slide it, but I can't push it. And then we'll grind this off. And then we grind this away. I should be able to pull this out some, and I can... I was mistaken. Can I like spin you? Kind of? Okay, whatever. Let's just bring Scraptimus and the forklift over here. Lifter Mite can do that job instead. The battery's free, and that's the important. Actually, the battery might be pinched by something, but either way, the Lifter Mite can pull it free. Okay. That worked out really smooth, actually. Okay, so there's that. There's that.
Fuel
We're
low.
gonna jump up on here. We're gonna jump into this. Alright, do this. Let's pull ourselves back into place. Drop ourselves down. And let's see if we explode when we drop loose. We do not. Cool. So that landing didn't put us in a bad clang state. So over here, grab this battery. Yeah. It might be driving into the truck. I can't tell. No, we're not. We're fine. We will lift up, and we'll just dump this right on the back. And now we've recovered a battery. This gives us another large grid, so that's 3 now, 4 including the old hangar that we have, which we're not really using for anything other than. Okay, that isn't working. So let's just do that. Try that. Yeah, here we go.
Fuel low.
That's it. See, can I get it off? There we go. And then we'll just lock that down. That's the wrong button. Cool, but we're locked, and that's the important part. That wasn't scary in the least. Nope, 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 nope. Not at all. Not at all. Take the rest of the parts out of this that we want. Throw them over here in our spare container that apparently was full of stuff I never emptied. Let's go look for more grids, because there's not going to be any up there. So... almost forgot those grids. I need interior plates. What, are you going to keep jumping around like an idiot now? Will you behave yourself? Okay, there we go. Just give me... so there's that. And we need... we don't have any over here. Well, how is there still scrap? There's a scrap ghost putting stuff in my cargo containers. And, wow, there's... okay, never mind. I lied. There are interior plates. We'll just take 3. We're just gonna we'll go back to that coloring. So there's that. Let's do this, and to this, and to this again. Any more grids? Nope. No more grids. Nope. Okay. This was a waste. Let's go check this other one. No, they'll go hit that last one on the way back. Any bottles or tools in here? Nope. Let's go check upstairs. Okay, I don't have the parts to repair that, so I'm not going to try. I thought I could make that jump and forgot to sprint. Oh man, these empty, those are all empty. Ah, that's unfortunate. All empty. I wonder if those empty of loot after a while. That would be an interesting take. Like you've only got a certain amount of time after they spawn before you can no longer loot them because somebody else has come along and done it. Okay, then we do this and that. And that. Nope. Okay, well, these were disappointing buildings. Very disappointing, but we got parts out of the crane, and that's got a tire in it. I want that large steel tube. And there's some cargo in this. Cool, let's grab these tubes, because the tubes are useful. There's just some pistol ammo in that. Okay, well, you know, we'll consider that a victory. Let's go ahead and reset this back up. And we'll take this home. But I'm excited about that. We need to figure out an alternative front bumper for Scraptimus now that I've blown it up a couple times. It is the second time. Third time I've blown it up. Second time I've blown it up fully.
Fuel low.
And I did that wrong because I didn't turn that off. There we go. That's
Fuel
a little
low.
quivery, and I'm a little uncertain about that, but let's see how this goes. We need to not catch air on the way back. So the evil crane, we're going to leave the evil crane marker there because clearly there's a lot of scrap that's spawning around it, and I will need that for later. But I think next time I'm going to work on setting up. Do I want to set up hydrogen farming? Do I really want to do that? I don't. I think we're going to work on the frog next time. We're going to work on the frog. We're going to work on remodeling the interior space a little bit. I want to be able to make it airtight. The problem is those side doors, as cool as they are, aren't airtight. And in order to make them airtight, I would have to basically take them completely apart and rebuild them from scratch. So I'm not going to. Which means I need a way. I need a way to either block them off when we go to space, or replace them with normal doors. And I don't want to do that second option, but I might have to. So I'm going to think on that some. But we need to start making the frog space ready. Like the concept of using the frog to get into space is just ridiculously silly, and I love it. And so we have to do it now. It's stuck in my head. We're not making a giant land train. We're going to space, and we're going to do so in the frog. So we need to start remodeling that, and I need to start working on whatever suit we're going to strap to it to get those rocket thrusters going, those hydrogen thrusters going, and the tanks. So that's something to design without unbalancing it too much, which I don't know that we're going to be able to do that, but it is what it is. So I think that's going to be what gets worked on next stream. It's going to be that. So appreciate everybody who came out. If you watched through, appreciate it if you gave a like or even a dislike. it's all engagement, and hell, it gives me feedback one way or the other. If I get dislikes, I know not to do that particular type of content during an episode anymore. Sometimes it's nice just to fly around and look for things. But I want to build more, and this is Space Engineers. I don't think I want to go back up that dune, so I'm going to go around the long way. But I appreciate everybody coming out. Back again next Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, as always. Stay safe. Stay goose.